Hey y'all, it's Grace from Kapwing, and I've got another trend alert for you today. This one is a transition trend that's been going around TikTok. It's actually been on TikTok for a few weeks, but is only now just getting really popular, where it basically has the effect of looking like you're moving your head back and forth to the song More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees. This is definitely not an easy transition. It took me many tries and honestly just a lot of practicing to get it to a place where it didn't look like trash. So if you don't get it on the first few tries, you are not alone. There's been a lot of people also complaining on TikTok how it's really hard to get it smooth. But in this tutorial, I'll give you a few tips that I've found through practicing that hopefully will make it a little bit easier for you to try. And even if you can't get it completely right on TikTok, I'll give you an option for doing this off of TikTok where you can easily add your clips to a sound in a template. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the news, trends, and editing tips that you need to know as a modern creator. And now let's get into the video. Okay, so like I said earlier, this is not an easy transition. Be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you can't get it on the first try, because I'm pretty sure no one did. It takes a little bit of practice. And basically the overview of this whole trend is that you start off facing your camera and singing along to this lyric, More Than a Woman. And then after that beginning clip, you move your head to the side and back and then side again. 5 different times. So there's 5 different clips after that first beginning clip. And these clips are in line with the beat of the song. Then at the very end, you move your head back to face the camera and then sing the lyric, More Than a Woman to Me. My biggest tip for getting this right is just getting to know the beat of the song. There's 5 different clips where you're moving your head because there are 5 different beats that you're corresponding those to. And the ideal situation is if you can get it where when you look at the camera, it's on the beat. So one thing I did when I first saw this trend was just listen to the song a couple times and try and see exactly where these beats are, get into the rhythm of knowing where they are. So we've got our beginning clip and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clip, last clip. So I would listen to that a few times just so you know like how long kind of you have for each of these clips, because when I started doing this, I definitely tended towards taking too long for each of these transition clips, and it'll just make the whole process smoother if you actually know the song. Okay, so that was a little overview. Now I'm gonna give you some more details on each part of the video transition. So you're gonna start off with your beginning clip. This is one of the easier ones. Basically, you just stand with your phone in front of you, film yourself singing along to the More Than a Woman part, and I would recommend right before it finishes saying More Than a Woman, you would start moving your head to one side. If you wait until that whole sentence is over though, I think that's a little bit too late, so I would say when it gets to the A in woman, More Than a Woman, I would stop the clip and look to the side. So this is a screen recording of what it looked like when I did the first clip. So you could see when it said More Than a Woman, I turned my head to one side and stopped filming. So that's the beginning clip. Now, next comes each of the 5 different transition clips. What these clips essentially look like, you're holding your camera out in front of you. You start by looking to the side opposite the one from the previous clip. And then once you start filming, you look towards the camera and look back away while you're bringing your camera closer to you. This is not good if you're bad at multitasking, and I'm pretty bad at multitasking, but yeah, as I said, it just takes a couple times in practicing to get that like motion of looking towards and away while you're bringing your camera towards you. I would also make sure that you're starting your camera for each of these 5 clips at the same distance. So if you start one like this far out and then you start another one this far out, it's gonna look kind of weird. So just make sure you're holding it at a place where you kind of like can remember, like basically like a relaxed arm's distance away is a good marker. I'd also recommend trying to do the head swivel without zooming in and holding your phone closer, just to practice, because it makes it easier to get down that motion and the timing before you're actually trying to worry about multitasking and bringing your phone closer as you're filming. In terms of the head swivel thing, you don't really need to move your head that much. I would say like just make sure you're looking away and then look at your phone and move your head a little bit towards the camera and then look away. And you're gonna have to do this pretty quickly. Also, make sure your head is turned opposite the way that you ended it on. So for that first clip, I looked to my right. So the next clip, I started by looking to my left and then moved my head forward and then back. These are my 5 different clips. You can see that it's really quick. You're not moving your head and sitting there for a second. It's really just a glance. So once you finish those 5 different clips where you're moving your head back and forth, you're kind of out of the woods. That's all the bulk of the hard part. Now the last clip is you make sure your head starts in the opposite position of the previous clip, and then you swivel it back to the middle, facing the camera head on, and sing along to the More Than a Woman to Me lyric. And this is the after phase of your transformation, so make sure that you're in the after phase, whatever you want that to look like. I just put a hat on for this one. And this is what the whole thing looks like afterward. So we got the first clip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last clip. Cool. Now, if you thought that your clips were a little bit too choppy, you want to trim some of it off, you can always click the Adjust Clips button in the corner and then click each individual clip and trim it down. If you do that, you'll probably have to click the last clip and redo it by clicking Start Over, which only redoes the last clip because the lyrics that you're singing along to won't be lined up. So just be careful of that and just make note of that. Now, if you don't want to do this trend on TikTok or you're finding it too frustrating to do on TikTok, you can do it outside by using a template that we made that already has the exact sound on it. It's the first link in the description, so you can click that. This is an online video editor that works in the browser of any device, so you can do this on your computer or phone. Upload your different clips. You can see the sounds already there. Then just trim each of them down by dragging the ends of the videos to match the 5 points and the 5 beats of the song. Those are the same 5 beats that change when you're doing it on TikTok, so make sure your clip is changing at the moment. You can even change the audio and use a different song or add things like text or image overlays, and then once your video is done, click the red Export Video button. After a few moments, you'll be able to download your final project. Thanks for watching this video. If you still have questions or things you'd want to know about the process of this, just leave them in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all the things you need to know as a creator, and we'll see you in the next video.